Moon, you yourself, you are a life coach, but you have an OnlyFans. If you wouldn't mind just speaking to that really fast
Yeah.
about being able to be someone that, because there's a stigma behind being a life coach that you have to be, you live a certain type of lifestyle. Same way, like if somebody is a pastor, they think they got to live a certain type of lifestyle.
Right.
So you being able to be a life coach and still have an OnlyFans, just kind of speak to that really quick.
Well, they shouldn't be like molesting young kids. No, but
Right.
no, like, okay. I'll be like pretty much straight up. Like, I feel that I did it to test the waters. Like, I didn't even know about that when, like, even when I had like 30,000 followers, some of the photographers like, yeah, like you'll definitely have fans would buy like photos and things like that. But then, obviously now I have a lot more, but I guess when it comes down to it, I make like a lot of money doing it, and it's not like jeopardize. It's not really, what's the word?
It doesn't interfere.
It doesn't really make me feel like I'm doing anything, or I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. It's not like it's not fulfilling. But when I do see, or when the money is it is nice, and like I can really, like, I've had months where it's just been insane. Like, I know girls, literally, so I have a friend who runs some of these top, like, really, really, like, they have like, like 10 million followers. Like, they make like I feel like something crazy, like 80,000 a day or something crazy, like a day, like, you know what I mean? I mean, mine's not like that, but it's like a lot, like it's more than most people make in definitely a month, or like definitely. I mean, it's just good, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like that's kind of why I'm doing it. So until I can find something that, and I actually do have something where I might be easing off of it. But to be honest, like, I wasn't doing it for a while, and then I was, and I'm like, might as well just kind of still do it and make money from doing it right now. So I mean, I have to say it's like more money.
Right.
I mean, hey, can't knock the hustle.
I know, it's crazy. It's seriously, it's not like I'm doing anything. Like, I don't even do like live videos or anything. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't even do like, yeah. I mean, I've have some videos that are like more sexual and like nude, and but it doesn't go to the extent of porn. I don't think it is, but it does.
Yeah.
I have some like, like, it's like maybe, I guess, kind of like soft-ish porn, but not. How's it porn? I guess it could be. It's not. There's never like a guy in it. Or like
see, and it took me a lot to break into just doing it, and I mean, I ain't nowhere near what you're doing, like how much you're making and nothing like that, but I'm also still very new to it. I don't even really, and I don't have a big following on social media except TikTok, so like it's weird for me, but I feel like it's something I want to do, and I'm okay with it, so I'm like, why not anybody else be okay with it? To be real, these kids know a lot. Okay, they know exactly what's going on. Like their friends know all that. So they were the first people I talked to about it. I actually got my kids together and literally like, listen, because I didn't want that to be something that they had to deal with, like their friends telling them, or or I wanted to see if they were able to handle if their friends knew or stuff like that. So. Mm-hmm. Like I was open with them about it first. So I was like, if my kids can, they're like, okay, I don't care. Like,
I mean, sometimes I even talk to the guy, like I'll say things like, what do you guys really like? What, like I've said things kind of like, don't you just want like a real partner? Like, can't you, why?
You said that on your OnlyFans?
Yeah, like not like that. I don't remember how I say it. I'll say things like I want you to like be fulfilled. Not like this can't be like super filling, but like, maybe I mean, I want it to be more than just that, and I want to like help them see, because that's how I am. I'm not going to change like how I am, you know what I mean? Like, not every post is like that. It's not like I'm like every post I'm like bashing porn, but I've like,
I get what you're saying. You're saying, if I'm hearing you kind of like the type of release they may get from just looking at you compared to having a person in front of them, or even I've even heard people say it's a difference when you think about it. So somebody has an orgasm through masturbating or an orgasm with a partner. You're speaking of when you want the real thing instead of just me on a screen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and plus, like, masturbating with a hand definitely feels different than an actual, you know. And I feel that when guys get so used to that, it might be harder for them to even, you know what I mean? Like, they need, and it's just.
I think everybody's different. I think it's a way to just cater to people in their own ways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like, hey, if you enjoy it, that's you.
But it can be damaging. I think it can. No, but I think that, like, if their goal is to really have a partner and a long-term relationship, then like, don't go too deep or like, don't, you know what I mean? Like be aware of what you're doing. Like, don't masturbate, like, be crazy every day. Like, try to, like, control it and save it and be.
Yeah, that's so fascinating. That's almost like, you know, when a guy goes to the strip club and he tells a girl, you know, hey, you could be doing this. It's almost like a stripper. Imagine sitting down telling the guy, like, hey, you know, like, you can meet me outside of here and we could probably have, like, a real relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, no, I'm not saying relationship with me.
No. But I'm just saying, I'm just speaking of the way you're communicating with them. It's kind of like, I can't say I've heard somebody say that that's how they speak, you know what I'm saying, in that field, whether it be someone that was dancing, right?
Because people are doing it 9.5 out of 10 times to receive an income, and you're not gonna really want that person, not care, but you're not gonna want to present that to that person like, hey, you know, this is like fake as fuck, right?
I don't think I'm fake. Oh.
No, not saying you. I was explaining to Alex, like, why that would not, where everybody would verbally say that to people.
Yeah, don't you want a girl that's
not
real?
You at all. I'm not talking about you at all. I was explaining it to Alex, like, literally, like, because he asked, like, well, you know, I've never really heard that. Well, it's not, and you gotta understand, she's a different type of person. She's coming from real, like, intentions that she cares about that type of stuff for real. Yeah. So it actually, if it should come from anybody, it would come from somebody like her versus you don't want to hear that shit from.
She gotta get somebody gonna subscribe to the OnlyFans.
A bitch that don't give a fuck about you for real. Like,
and what they're gonna end up doing, they're gonna end up subscribing to the OnlyFans and then talking to Moon. They're gonna end up being like, hey, let me hire you for your life coaching services. Like, I could really see that happening.
Well, I don't have a set thing. I don't have a set intention for it besides, like, you know, it is a good revenue stream for me, and it doesn't require, like, a lot of my time or energy. I mean, I can if I'm like, no, it honestly, it doesn't really. Like, there's been times when I'd really be in the messages and, like, talking to people and, you know, but I mean, yeah, I think it's not, I can't really say anything bad about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I think some girls, okay, like, honestly, the girls who even do that and put on an act, I'm fine with that too, because they're like providing a good income from themselves or whatever, or maybe supporting a family or whatever. And even if that's not who they really are, even if they're actually, okay, let's say they act like really, really, like, raunchy or really over sexual, but then in real life they're like a really good person and they're like their personal growth, it's like there's nothing wrong with that either, you know what I mean? Like, because I think a lot of girls are like that too, like they're doing that and they're being smart about it, they're making money, but then, like, off camera they're not like that, they're like a different way.
Because, like,
I'm more consistent though, like, or I feel I'm more real with mine, but, like, you know what I mean?
And I would agree with you on that, because just the type of person I'm in, and it's not even about boasting or anything. It's not like a better or worse, because it all works if it works. If everybody's getting paid, it's all working. But it for me, myself, that's why I even meant for, like, even as a stripper, I didn't know how to hustle, you know what I mean? So, like, I didn't know how to, I always end up just talking to guys or talking to people in general and
not making money,
like, or just getting on, like, some, like, you know, like, getting to know them, or just getting on something more real, you know what I'm saying? So my connections, whether they were sexual or not, I've always been able to connect with people in a way, and it's just been weird. So, like, when I'm on there now, a lot of guys that are following me now are guys I have connections with through my social medias, and they've supported me just by, they follow me and they you know, they write me and they comment on my stuff and like that. So they followed over here to here, and it's like now we have a more intimate connection here.